initiative of Untitled College of Marketing. This project is designed to bring together marketing professionals from across the continent to share their vast knowledge and experience with other professionals across the continent. I find in my work of running business across Africa that marketing professionals across the continent don't really get to know one another. We also find that marketing professionals move from job and role to role, and they have not had the opportunity to capture or put together any evidence of fantastic work that they have done. This project has been designed, has been put together so that these marketing professionals can capture, put together in form of case studies, interview videos, podcasts, and even articles into one central marketing hub, which we call Marketers in Action. We believe that if this project is successful, that it will provide an opportunity for both faculty and students across our universities in Africa to begin to use our own case studies to educate and inform and train other marketing professionals across the continent. I personally think that it is an absolute travesty that for so many years, for decades of practice in marketing, that we have not been able to capture the essence, the beauty, and all the fantastic results that we have been able to garner as marketing professionals. With this project, we believe that marketing professionals in the Gambia, in Sierra Leone, will learn what other marketers are doing in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana, what they're doing, and so we can share our experiences and we can learn from one another. Never in the history of business on the continent of Africa has such a monumental project been undertaken. We are confident that we will get the support of marketing professionals across the continent, together with the corporates as well as agencies, to make these an absolute reality. I am confident that, of course, with the support of our sister company, Untitled College of Marketing, that has got access to thousands of marketing professionals across the continent, that we can make this a reality. I'm using this opportunity to call on other marketing professionals like ourselves across the continent to share with us in any format that they choose, in videos, in podcasts, and even in articles, their experiences, their successes, and even to some extent, some of the projects that they've worked on that didn't work. We can also learn from some of the things that didn't work. So I'm calling upon everyone, please visit our website, stay with us, it's marketersinaction.com, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Facebook as well. We're looking forward to hearing from all of you out there in the continent. This is our time to shine. Marketers in Action, sharing Africa's marketing experience with the world.
Good morning. It's great to be part of this webinar, Marketers in Action. Even so, when we are making marketeers active rather than passive. I am particularly happy, especially when in my lecturing career I have been dealing with marketing environment, business environment, and emerging themes. So this come handy, a project that sought to kind of make us active, make us topical, and go with the trend and go with the time and learn from one another whilst connecting and networking. Good morning once again. The theme I'll be speaking on is futurist or spiritualist. And I borrow this from a doctor from NASA who said that everything that happens doesn't happen by chance. Everything that happens because it's been predicted. It's been predicted by data, it's been predicted by information. So therefore, artificial intelligence, robot, and all of that are yet to come or that are being test marketed have been systematically worked on, and it's not by chance and it's not a spiritual matter. Also is the climate. Also are the things that happen in and around us that we would sometimes want to say is a spiritual matter. These are not. They are things that can be predicted They are things that can be envisaged. They are things that we know that can happen 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. If we have science, if we have technology, if we have data backing it. So my presentation would be in threefold. First, I'll start with a brain teaser, and then I would ask, why such a theme? Why did I choose it? Then we will look at the ramifications or the marketing and business implications of the topic that I have so chosen. In other words, what should marketers do in terms of their 4 Ps, in terms of their 7 Ps, in terms of their 4 Cs, in terms of their 7 Cs? How does that change the practice of marketing, being a futurist rather than what? A spiritualist. Now, so the brain teaser. The first question I asked, what is the name of the world's largest taxi company that owns no vehicle? And I'm checking to see who types the answer first. I haven't seen that, so I'll go to the next since we have just 1 hour. It's Uber, and it's here in Ghana. These days I don't drop my kids. They go by themselves to their mother-in-law, because sometimes it's not pleasurable visiting your mother-in-law. What is the name of the largest accommodation provider that owns no real estate? I'll go to the answer, Airbnb. So you realize that the hotel companies are in trouble. Estate companies are in trouble because this is disrupting their business. What is the names of the largest phone companies that owns no telecommunication infrastructure? Skype and WeChat. Really, they are disrupting MTN and Co. And if you are smart, you would want to work with them and see them as what? Enablers. Name the world's most valuable retailer that has no inventory, and the world is largest, most valuable retailer. Name the most popular media owner that creates no content. Facebook. What is the name of the fastest growing banks that has no actual money? Society Ghana, and there are case studies that you can read on them. Quite fascinating. Name the world's largest house that owns no cinemas. Netflix. Who are the largest software vendors that don't write the software? Google Play and App Store. Name Ghana's largest mobile health application that allows users to directly interact with doctors with their health problems. And there we have BISA, so Kolebu is in trouble. The numbers may be dropping, Confanoche's numbers may be dropping, Tamale, Cape Coast may be dropping, and they think that people are living healthy or that kind of thing. But if they go into the data, they'll realize that people are getting services from BISA, and that is a disruption so far as their businesses or their healthcare providing, is concerned. So having done that, basically what I want to drive home is that in terms of your industry, in terms of the market, be it a beverage market, be it hospitality, be it FMCG, you are required at every time to kind of predict what would happen, say 5 years to come. What would change the game for you in terms of your industry? If you're unable to do that, then you can't succeed in the 21st century business space. So why the theme? As I said earlier on, is because of my past experiences lecturing marketing environment, business environment, and now emerging themes. I didn't take serious what kind of competencies, whether core, whether technical, and whether behavioral, that CIM and the other course providers were putting into us. Is recently when I heard Dr. Ashite Trebi Olenu's expose on personality profile on Joy News, reference 31st March 2017, and a live stream inaugural ceremony that he did, at the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences, then I realized that there was a blessing in those models, in those subjects, marketing environment, business environment, and emerging things. Because we looked at it theoretically, and because we looked at it like passing exams and getting our A, B, and C, we didn't see that these things were to give us some skills that can make us predict what is yet to come, skills that can make us crystal ball gaze and know what is yet to come. If you can do that, then certainly you would have a first mover advantage and you will still succeed as a marketing practitioner in your industry. I have a confession to make. In growing up, I was supposed to do science. In my school, the first 30 people would certainly have to read the sciences. And I remember or recalling going to Cape Coast and looking, Tantri to be specific, and looking for an old man who is not my father, because I knew my parents would not subscribe to me changing my subject from science to the arts. So I took this old man to campus, and he convinced the headmaster then for me to change from science to arts, because we had a lot of scientists in our family. So therefore, I should read arts, and for that matter, go further. I have regretted that. I have regretted that because I have come to realize that you can evolve with what we are referring to now as STEM: science, technology, engineering, and maths. I'm not saying that is an end in itself, but if that had been my first path and had moved on to read marketing or any of the business subject, I guess I would have seen things clearly yesteryear than I'm seeing it now. So I'd encourage with the parents that if we can allow our kids first love to be either science, technology, engineering, maths, I'm quite sure it will go a long way to help them. So that is the advice, and that is the confession I have to make. I'm not belittling marketing for that matter. It's a strong subject, it's a powerful subject, but if I had science and technology behind me, I guess I will be going places by now. Now, what are the take-homes, or what are the implications and ramifications of being a futurist rather than a spiritualist? The first thing that you would see yourself do, that every activity you undertake will be data-driven and will be evidence-based. You wouldn't talk loosely. You wouldn't make statements that you don't have facts. And you wouldn't make projections that are based on facts. So the first take home is that if we want to succeed as a futurist, as a marketing futurist, rather than a marketing spiritualist, that every activity that we undertake, whether they are product launches, whether they are sales promotions, should be data driven. Data in terms of marketing metrics in terms of marketing research, and the accounting bit. Let's do it that way, and I guess we would gain the respect that we want to gain in terms of our job roles in our organization. Marketers with a science and technology background are likely to succeed in the global market space. Some of us have to learn it the hard way, and we are soldiering on. But those who are young and are coming, it's possible to have some science, if it's possible to have some innovations and technology behind you, I guess you would go places. Futuristic marketers we need to call ourselves now, and we need to have a department for the future. In fact, we need a ministry for the future, says Dr. Olenu. Left to him alone, about 5 ministries should be disbanded, and in place we should have a futuristic ministry, a ministry that look at what would happen 20 years to come, 10 years to come, 5 years to come, and then walk us through that end. Again, Oleenu tells us not to be linear thinkers, but we should think exponentially the way technology is moving exponentially. Technology is going exponentially, and we are thinking linearly, then we are bound to fail. So as marketers, there is nothing like poco a poco, little by little. Now we need to leapfrog. We need to think in leaps and bounds. Also as marketeers, blessings drawn from futurist marketeers, we got to communicate horizontally. No more vertical communication. Let's not talk down to our subordinates. Let us level out in terms of reasoning with them horizontally, and I guess we would move our industries and we would move our companies forward. The last ramification is our antitrust laws that ought to be changed, especially if we look at the M&A, mergers and acquisitions, that was carried out by Facebook and WhatsApp. Certainly in a data economy, they are going to enjoy 100% monopoly, and there is a need to review our antitrust laws. There is a need to review our privacy issues, and these marketers must be wary and be ahead of the game and should not be caught pants down. In brief, I have come to present to you that going forward, marketers should be futurists rather than spiritualists. We should be able to predict. We should be able to go to the unknown to know what would happen tomorrow, even before it happens. And once that is done, I'm sure success, respect will crown our effort. I thank you.